Could you tell us what the NWA conventions were like when you were part of the NWA, the yearly meetings?
Yes, that's an interesting question, and I don't think anybody's ever asked it. It goes all the way back to the government issued a consent decree, and everybody that was an NWA member, every office had to sign it. And what the government said was, we know that you're a monopoly. We know that you are a syndicate. But you've got to, by signing this document, you're swearing that you will cease being a monopoly and cease being a syndicate. Now that's only if you've had some semblance of exposure to American politics can you understand the absolute stupidity of that. You know, that's like saying, I know you're a liar, but if you promise me you won't lie again, I'll look over it. So when I came into the business, and the first, you know, I'm a wide-eyed kid, really. And so I think the first one I went to was in St. Louis. And I'm seeing these guys walk around the room with, I don't know what they were, but you know what people that
search for gold and stuff.
Yeah, that have the little disc and the pole on the beach to see metal.
Yeah.
There's 2 or 3 guys with these, and they're going up and down all of the curtains. And I said, what are they doing? I asked Nick Gulas, I said, what are they doing? And he said, well, they're scanning the room for bugs. Who is going to bug a wrestling? The government. No. So, you know, we go in, and Sam Munchnick's the president. Everybody meets in this room. The procedure was the opening day meeting. Wives and children, everybody could come in, and it was in a great big room. And they really didn't talk business, just in a general way. But then when we went in this, it was still a big room, but in this ante room, the one they had done this to, it would hold 40 people in the hotel. The door would close. They had somebody standing outside, the waiters, and nobody was in. There was somebody posted at every door, and it kind of frightened me. I said, what am I getting myself into? And that's where they would talk real wrestling business. If some promoter had a trouble with a guy, holding him up for money, or this is where they would discuss who was going to be the world champion, and just inside business. And then, you know, they would meet for 2 days, and we'd go out to eat. A lot of the guys would drink too much. And then they would have the big meeting where the wives and the children could come back in, and they would adjourn. So, you know, years later, when I had my problem with Nick Gulas, that's the alliance meeting that Eddie Graham and Vince McMahon Sr. Stood up for me and voted for me to be the NWA member. And Eddie Farhat, the Sheik, and Dory Funk Sr. asked, they had a closed door, what they call an executive meeting, and they asked, and Eddie Graham came out to me and said, you don't have to if you don't want to. If it'll affect you, don't do it. But the Sheik and Funk Sr. would like to have 2 people in Tennessee with an NWA membership, you and Nick. And I said, let him have it. Doesn't matter. And so they did. But yeah, it was, the government looked on it as a monopoly and looked on all of us as whatever the definition of syndicate is.